my name is Emmy Brown, and I have been working with Trey for over a year and a half at this point. I first started working with Trey because I wanted to get fit for my wedding, and that was something that was going to be a bit of a challenge because the first half of the pandemic in 2020, I really let myself go, and I got to a weight that was far more than I'd ever seen before, and not gonna lie, it kind of scared me. So I started trying things on my own, and I realized that there was just a point where I couldn't do it on my own and I needed somebody to help guide me through the process. And that's when I found Trey, and it has been absolutely amazing. And he has been so supportive and helpful through every step of my journey. And getting ready for my wedding was just the first step of many, and it was really amazing to have somebody who would, first of all, tell me to eat more, which was something that was really awesome and also really helped. And he gave me all these amazing nutrition tips and lifestyle tips, not just a bunch of cookie cutter workouts that I could have gotten off the internet from anywhere. And his availability and his willingness to every day give you that encouragement or help you through whatever you're working with is absolutely amazing. And when I went to my fitting for my dress, for my wedding dress, the woman there was like, "Oh my gosh, what have you done? We're gonna have to take 5 inches off of both sides of this dress. And also, you've got to stop losing weight. You cannot have any of your measurements change or else you're gonna fall out of your dress on your wedding day." I was like, oh yeah, that would probably not be ideal. So at that point, we actually hit a really interesting phase in my training with Trey where I had to maintain the same measurements for almost 2 months. And it was actually more difficult than trying to just lose weight or get fit because I still wanted to train, I still wanted to do stuff, and I couldn't gain inches, but I also couldn't lose inches. So he helped me through that entire process and was absolutely amazing and came up with a lot of really fun and interesting workouts that I could do that would keep me interested, as well as when I went to the beach for the week of my wedding, he gave me bands workouts and kettlebell workouts that I could do from a hotel room. Anytime I would be like, "Hey Trey, I need this or that," he would give it to me without question. And after my wedding, I realized that I was really enjoying the process and really enjoying just seeing the transformation in myself and finally feeling comfortable and all right in my body. And I didn't feel like I had to hide myself like I had previously. Before I started working with Trey, I would never wear shorts that would go above my knee. I would never wear shirts that were fitted in any way. I wouldn't show off my arms or anything because I just wasn't comfortable with how I looked or how I felt. And through this whole thing, I've lost around 60 pounds and I just feel so much better and so much stronger. And he's been so wonderful in whatever crazy endeavor I decide to get involved in, which after my wedding, I decided I wanted to try and compete in Highland Games, which if you don't know what those are, they are Scottish games that you throw things like a caber, which is basically a tree, and you have stones which weigh anywhere from 8 to 16 pounds. You have weight for distance, which is 14 to 28 pounds, and hammer, and all different kinds of crazy events. And it's like, "Hey Trey, is there programming we can do to help me get better at this?" And he came up with really incredible workouts that helped get me ready and have me have a ton of success at the Highland Games, which I did, and it was so fun. And I'm actually going to be competing at another games really soon. And it just went to show just how creative and how versatile he is as a trainer, because he might not be a Highland Games expert, but he really took the time to understand what the movements were and what type of lifts and exercises would help support improving in those movements. And we sat down and had a really long conversation about it, and he was absolutely incredible every step of the way. And then once I competed in the Highland Games, I was like, all right, I want to get strong. I just want to get super, super strong. And there was a powerlifting meet that I could attend this year, and I was like, you know what? I want to see how strong I can get. And so we started working squat, bench, deadlift, and I only had so much weight here at my house, so I hit a point where I wasn't able to deadlift heavier than 365 pounds, so I was doing it for reps, And he came up with all this wonderful programming that got me crazy, crazy strong. And at the meet, I was able to PR in both the squat and the deadlift. And really the only reason I didn't PR in the bench press was because I tore my pec about 6 to 8 weeks before the event, and so I wasn't really able to train bench as much as I'd like, but even there I got really close to my PR even with a damaged pec. And so I went from 365 pounds in the deadlift to 405 pounds in the deadlift, and I went from 300 pounds in the squat to 325 pounds in the squat at that meet, and it was just one of the most exciting and memorable experiences of my life. And so now we're hitting another phase, and I'm really excited to see where it goes, because Trey isn't just a great trainer, he's an amazing friend and a wonderfully supportive human being, and if you have the chance to train with him, you 100% should, because it's going to change your life, and it definitely changed mine in ways that I can't even begin to express at this point. So, thanks.